Should I start this episode like an alpha jock?
That's good. I like alpha energy at the start of the podcast.
All right, and then I'll just switch like 30 seconds in, you know?
Yeah.
Or like a real alpha start, and then we'll just go
Yeah.
back to being like regular Luke and Lewis. Yeah, great.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Luke. Oh, you say it. You're more alpha than me.
Guys, welcome back to Luke and Lewis, the most alpha podcast in Australia or on the net. Don't know, haven't checked them all.
Oh, that's confident. Just asserting a claim, no research, don't even give a fuck about it. Hey, what happened to you? Look like a bit of a bitch now. What happened?
I know. I felt bad for Ruben. He probably was like really intimidated as the beta of
Ruben
the show.
started to cry. It was only been a few
didn't.
seconds, but he started to cry a little bit. I saw
I'm fine. I'm
That's-
smiling.
Yeah.
Not
It's fine
uncommon
now. Yeah.
for him to just weep throughout the episode for no reason usually. I can start it again as a beta if you want.
Well, I think maybe we should start
Oh,
again.
well, why don't we
cut
just
this
get
bit
Ruben
out.
to start it?
Okay, Ruben, you
away.
ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome to
Boring. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the most alpha podcast again. Sorry, I had to take over there from my nerd friend. You're probably wondering, hey, Luke, all right, what are you wearing? Huh? Why do you look so goddamn good? All right, because the new World Gym merch is out, and you got to get that
Man.
plug away from the start. Actually, it's not out yet. It's only on pre-order. It's out tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yep, that's right. And, Luke's being hard at work. Well, all of the children who manufacture it have been hard at work. Luke's kind of just sitting on a pile of cash.
No, I've been hard at work with the whip, you know? Just
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of,
of course, yeah.
That's, you got to meet deadlines, but they're all ready.
Yeah.
And, really comfy stuff. So thank you to all those little tackers. And appreciate it. They did great
Yeah.
work.
Christmas bonus coming up for them?
Yeah, right.
Absolutely not.
No, they're already on Christmas Island, okay? They don't need any more Christmas-related festivities in their life.
Guys, we're almost positive that Luke doesn't have a bunch of child slaves.
No.
I mean, I haven't checked, but I'm assuming that's
You know what,
not how
Lewis?
he makes it.
And don't do much digging, all right? That's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Just...
Yeah. Was it underground?
Huh? Can't confirm or deny where I keep them, but
Yep.
also can't confirm or deny if they're there.
Sorry, keep them? That sounded like you have... That sounded
No.
like you just incriminated yourself there.
Nah, that's not something I do. Anyway, guys, LukeKidgel.com to support that.
Sorry, support what?
Support me
Yeah?
and my business endeavors.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, all right.
No matter how shady they may seem,
Wait, sorry,
LukeKidgel.com.
it's really just sounds like every time you talk about it on any level of depth, we get closer and closer to the seeming fact that you have a lot of child slaves.
I mean,
making it merch.
I think you were the one who even brought it up. I wasn't going to
Well,
mention it.
I was joking. I'll say it right now. I was absolutely joking.
Same. Comedy
But
podcast.
It seems like the further and further we get into it, it sounds less and less like a joke and more like I stumbled across like a horrific truth.
Or a trafficking ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I prefer to call it a trafficking ring.
Really?
Huh?
Is that... I thought that was a little bit weird that you were like hanging out with that Jeffrey guy a lot.
Anyway, guys, who gives a fuck, all right? I don't have morals, all right? LukeKidgel.com. If you want to be an alpha jock, enjoyed the World Gym today, all right? Let's not go into the technicalities of how this merch was made. Just fucking snap it up quick.
Yeah. So,
Right.
It'll be going fast.
Yeah, just like, anyway, it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
I can't support it. Obviously, I don't give a fuck about the child labor. That's that's their problem. But my problem is I'm just not a World Gym guy. I've been smashing the home gym. I would say, Luke, for a man who's like the face of the World Gym, it seems like
I'm
you're
very
only,
elite, aren't I?
Well, I said you posted about it, and I said, "Congratulations, man! You've been training occasionally for this, so it's good to see."
Yeah.
So it's just like
I agree. And I was like, mate, thanks for noticing. I have been putting in real occasional effort, and it's good to see that it's not going unnoticed. I've been going at almost sometimes upwards of 3 times a week outside, getting vitamin D, leaving the house. So
that's crazy for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
yeah, I've
I've
only been
actually
supplementing
going
4
hard
days
at
a
the
week
home
with
gym.
pills.
I've been going hard at the home gym. I've actually been doing it. I won't be selling any merch, but I've actually been doing it. It's going great. Putting on weight. I'm coming out of quarantine.
Did you
a
really
terrifying
hit
figure.
the gym if you didn't monetize it and sell merch on your website? You know, did you
true.
did you really get fit?
Okay, well, how about this? Use code HOME for 20% off all World Gym merch, and you give me a kickback.
No, not running any promotional codes. Don't need them because they'll be flying off the shelves.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to monetize my workouts without doing anything.
Yeah.
By just like kind of leeching off the success of the World Gym merch.
Yeah, no, I
And
saw
you're
that.
not on board with that?
I saw you going for that market, and I denied. Yeah.
Fuck. So there's no sponsorship opportunities with the World Gym. You're not going to sponsor an athlete like me.
I was thinking of I tried to get the other boys on board. Ruben's received his merch, but Keelan, I was trying to get
You sent the merch?
Yeah.
You didn't send me anything.
Why the fuck would I send you? You've been nothing but against this movement since the start. I knew that if I
True.
sent you the merch, you'd probably scribble on it and write Jim or something like that. So
Yes, true.
I don't
Also true.
see my merch kind of defaced like that publicly, you know?
Okay, well, you
and
know what, Luke?
if
That's fair
swear to
enough.
God, if people fucking buy it and then send me back them whiting out world, I'll be really
You know
shitty.
what? You know what I want to see? I want to see you guys wearing that shit at a real fucking gym.
Yeah, what? So like kind of rub it in like, oh,
gym,
guys,
gym.
there's something better, you know, as
Yeah,
you're on the
that's right.
ellipticals.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to sponsor our show's All-Star Athlete. And that's why I sent Keelan the merch, but he hasn't got it yet. Keelan, would you be interested in a sponsorship? Because you often walk to Woolies.
Yeah, I'm interested in all kinds of cash.
Yeah, okay, but not
Regardless
really. But obviously, because it's World Gym merch, there's other sponsorship requirements like regular
Regular exercise.
exercise.
What counts as exercise?
You take the stairs instead of the elevator at your building.
Yeah, I can do that.
And yeah,
Can you? Have you done that since you've moved in?
When I've had to, yes.
when the elevator's been broken.
Okay. And hang on, has the only time when you've had to is when you've forgotten your house key, so it doesn't work on the elevator?
Well,
But to be fair to him, he forgets his house keys quite regularly. So
Yeah.
he actually did it yesterday.
Yeah, I only got back in about an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Where did you sleep?
At my mum's house.
Yeah. She's like, how's living alone, dear? Well, I'm back for the night because don't take responsibility for my belongings.
Is there even a bed at your mum's? What did you sleep on? A couch
Yeah,
or something?
no, there's a spare bed. But so I took my key out of my room yesterday and just lost it. I don't know where.
Why does she have a spare bed? Does she guess she was counting on you, like, really forgetting the keys there.
It was actually for my brother, but
Right.
I use it instead now, I guess, more than he does.
Now, so yeah, would you be interested in that sponsorship? I mean, the t-shirt's still on the way, but
Yeah. Is there anything else I have to do?
Well, I actually represent Mr. Ferrari Brown as his lawyer.
This is news.
Lewis takes 30% as well.
Yeah, I take 30%.
Deals off the cards.
And also, that's after expenses, and expenses obviously very high. So
how much are you paying him, Gil?
Well, it depends on the job. You know, how much negotiation. I bill by the minute, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just set a timer for my working here. I've just started working for Keelan. Right, sweet. So 1:45 I've clocked in for my client here. How much money are you prepared to give my client?
Well, I sent
for
him a
this
t-shirt,
sponsor?
and I know that Keelan loves free stuff, so I really thought that would be enough.
Well,
Happy to send him
Well,
a hoodie
would
as
say
well.
I
Or the
object to
crew
that
necks,
because
actually.
if I recall correctly, another client I represent, Luke and Lewis, actually Manscaped tried to pull that one on us, sending us free product for a read, and we said, "Nah, we'll take some product and a bit of cash, thanks." So I would like to keep that level of standard with my clients.
Why do you think I went for Keelan? I went for the man on the show with no standards, mate. Okay, as surely as his lawyer, you would be familiar with this. People try to take advantage of him a lot for the exact same reason.
I mean, we had a meeting yesterday, but dumb cunt locked himself out of the house all day. I totally understand.
How many times would I have to represent your ad? You or whatever?
You could wear the Well Gym merch on the show 3 times.
3 times. So
3
I'll do
times.
that. I'll wear it plus a jumper plus $5 an episode.
$6.
$6 an episode. No, $7.50 an episode because he gets 30%.
$6 flat rate, so
30% after
$2 an
expenses, So that'll
episode.
be about 20 cents left over for Keelan.
$3 an episode. Final deal. So $9.
$7 an episode.
Mate, I'm not made of money. All
You
right.
know what? Let's skip the money. Just a shirt and a jumper.
Deal. Mate, you drive a very hard bargain.
Right. All right. Congratulations, boys. We've reached a deal. I'm officially clocking out. Keelan, I work for 2 minutes. That'll be $60, and I'll take 30% of the hoodie and the t-shirt.
Okay.
Just cut off the sleeves and send them to me.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Oh, great.
I don't
Sorry,
know why you guys
guys.
are laughing. That's a great deal.
Sorry, you guys had to
Industry
deal.
standard.
Yeah, listen to that, but sometimes you just got to get business done on the show. You guys are fully aware of that. We could do content, or I'm happy to keep talking about my merch. This is great for business, so it's up to you, boys. LukeKidgel.com.
It's funny that you bring up content, Luke. I don't know if the listeners have noticed we're actually running dry.
I don't
We
think
don't have much.
it's very hard
Oh,
to
what
tell.
we were supposed to say, though, at the start of the episode, next episode, Thursday, we have a guest, Billy Darcy.
Yes.
Fucking banger episode. Really, really good. Highly recommend you listen to that. We
Yeah.
don't say that often because, let's be honest, not every episode is going to be a banger, but this one with Billy Darcy is. I recommend you listen to it, even if you don't know who he is, especially if you don't know who he is. Give it a listen. It's fucking fire.
Yeah, and it's definitely not pooing out another ep. And thank you to the people in the sound off section that have noticed that we've been doing a lot less turds lately on the show, doing a lot more good content. And really
We've
lack of
spaced out
poos on
how
our
we
feed.
record the episodes now. We changed the record dates, and that gives us a lot of time to plan in between. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why there's been a bit of a shift in quality. We're trying to improve the show for you guys, even though we're in quarantine. And hopefully, with the cases going down like they are, we might even be back in studio the end of next month.
Hopefully. And also, this episode was even lucky to be recorded today as Lewis turned up about 2.5 hours late to the recording, which is surprising because I know you sleep about 10 meters away from where you're currently sitting.
Yeah, we did the Billy Darcy episode, and then my brain was like, "Oh, sweet, we've recorded that one. We don't have to do one on Monday."
Yeah, but we do
I'm
2
gonna have
episodes a week.
Phone off. Yeah, we do. But I just turned my phone off. I went to the park. I had a notepad. I was writing some shit down, and then I got home to about 30 missed calls and text messages, and thought, "Ooh, fuck! How can I blame this on Keelan?"
And
But I couldn't
Excellent.
work out a way, so
couldn't.
unfortunately, it is Ruben's fault.
Yeah. That's fair enough. I mean, sorry
spoken like
about
a
this one,
true
boys.
beta. Now, we do need to address, I guess, some things we said on last week's show. Now, I don't think it's ridiculous to say that we're not known for being the most intelligent show or podcast. You know,
No.
people don't come here for facts or knowledge. They come here for laughs and to lose brain cells. And we deliver that. But we sometimes try and get a little bit
A
intelligent.
bit ambitious.
Yeah, on a segment we call Thoughts. And I would say the segment probably doesn't suit our show, really, because almost 50% of the time we end up getting ridiculed about something dumb we've said in the comments. Last week, someone sent us an email in about compasses and how they work and whether or not they'd work in space. And we were correct about that. We said, no, they would not work in space. Because we said, I think I said it, and then no one corrected me.
We were like, what happened was, it's like, you know, when you're like learning math in high school, and they give you an equation, and you just guess the answer, and you get the answer right, but it was a guess, and you didn't show you're working.
Yeah.
So no one has any idea how you got there. You don't actually comprehend the actual question or math itself. You just fluke the answer right. So we got the answer right. Unfortunately, we decided to show our working, and it was fucking off.
Yeah, I said the reason why compasses wouldn't work in space was because they work off gravity. Now, they actually work off the magnetic field or something, right?
You still don't know.
Mate, I haven't done any research.
Hey,
I've just read the
Ruben,
comments.
Hey, you had a fucking 20 minutes last episode to step in and say you don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all guilty here. None
And
of us
you know
fucking
what?
worked it out.
No,
People
but
were
he's-
disappointed. No, here's a comment, right, from Jeff. Channing Tatum is the profile picture. Anyway, a compass works because of Earth's magnetic field, not gravity. Edit, I'm also disappointed Ruben didn't know that. People expect more from you, Ruben, and so do
Yeah.
we.
There were a lot of those comments of like, yeah, fair enough, the boys are dumb, but come on, Ruben.
I was disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I would say there's
Me
no
too.
excuses, but if I could offer 2 excuses, I would say I would say that I'm not I think I'm smart, but I'm not knowledgeable, especially about science.
I think
that's
just-
never been
yeah.
a field of interest for
I think
me.
you've been hanging out with us too much.
Probably also true, yeah. But I think I
Science
did
is for a man who like spends so much of my life reading science fiction. I know fuck all about it.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's your problem. You spend way too much time reading science fiction, fake
Well,
science.
look. To be honest, I haven't. When you're on a
made
spaceship,
up.
you don't need a compass because everyone knows they don't work in space.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there because that's like the 4th time you said that. And it's not true, boys. I'm going to fact check
Really?
you on this one. Yeah, they would still work in space to a degree because electromagnetic fields are quite strong. Obviously, they'd be weaker in
wouldn't-
space.
Isn't a compass? We're going to get flamed in the comment section.
Let's
A
do it.
compass. Our definition of a compass is something that will tell you north, south, east, west on Earth. So if it's affected by another planet's electromagnetic field, it wouldn't work because we want to know north on Earth.
Well, if you're talking about just on Earth, I would imagine it would probably get confused by other electromagnetic fields. Although, again,
So
don't
it
quote
wouldn't
me on
work
that.
in space.
No, but depending on your proximity to Earth, obviously. So
Depending on how
what
far
I'm
up
reading
in
here,
space you are.
what I'm reading here is from the International Space Station. The compass could still point you to the North Pole.
Ah, right.
Well, this
So-
one's from Benno. Sounding
If you
off,
were on
fellas.
the intergalactic space station, perhaps it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
That's further away.
seems to be. But also, I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it.
Well, we are going to quote you on that. You're the kind of, smart guy of the show.
Okay, well,
The resident smart boy.
it didn't work out too well for you last time.
No, it really didn't,
No.
did it?
Yeah, but we're dumbasses, so clearly we don't make great decisions of who is the resident smart boy.
Yeah, that's true.
But a few people are pretty disappointed. Sounding off,
Yeah.
fellas. This is from Benno. The recent hiatus from the thought segment made me forget the lack of general knowledge on this show. Love you guys. Thanks, Benno. We love that. Jake Sweet 1000.
That's very true. None
Just-
of us have any kind of general knowledge because, like, we all finished high school, and then some people here did some parts of a TAFE uni course and then quit, and then the rest of our lives we've been telling dick jokes for money. So we've completely left any semblance of like real life.
Oh, it's so evident every single episode that I've never had a real job. And it really shines through in moments like this. Not that like having a real job would necessarily teach you about compasses, but almost the way I deal with criticism, shows I've never had a job. Because I was furious. Like I was reading the comments. I was 100% to blame. And I was just like, fuck. All these people, how
And
dare they
also-
know?
Also, look, you get on today's episode and you go, yeah, so he said it was something or whatever he said it was. You
Yeah,
still
yeah.
didn't know.
Didn't learn from made a mistake, experienced the consequences of a mistake, and
Yeah.
decided not to learn from it at all. We'll make it again.
And then
in 6 months'
proceeded.
time, I guarantee you, if I go, hey, Luke, how does a compass work? You'll be like, I don't fucking know.
I'm like, gravity, dude. Fucking there's a song about it. Chill. Anyway, and then proceeds to plug his merch. LukeKidgel.com, all right? Well, Jim out tomorrow. Okay? That's how you resolve any dispute. All right?
Is that it?
Oh, LukeKidgel.com/merch. If you
Shush,
really
shush.
want the
Okay,
URL.
that's enough. I got an update about something that we covered a couple of episodes ago that is fucking hilarious. So I told you guys about how so backstory, Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez, when they were coming up, They had an intense rivalry, and obviously Selena Gomez smashed it in all categories: looks, talent, eventual success, everything. Right?
Rough to not even get the genetic edge.
Yeah. So Demi Lovato has lost on all. I mean, she's still a millionaire, so great, good on her. Now, what happened was a bunch of Demi Lovato Stan accounts, further evidence that Stan accounts are fucking cancer. They found a bunch of tweets of Demi Lovato's fiance from many, many years ago, talking about how much more talented, more beautiful Selena Gomez is, and how Selena Gomez is his dream girl, and specifically saying Demi Lovato can't even compare to her. Like, comparing them and saying Demi Lovato is nothing compared to Selena Gomez.
What
right?
do these people do? Spending their time scrolling down Demi Lovato's husband's Twitter from 10 years ago. That's weird.
Yeah. It is fucking strange. Stan accounts need to be executed. If you start an account and the profile picture is like not you, death penalty.
Okay. Yep. I don't think that's ridiculous.
No, I think that's fair. So anyway, the update is they came out and said, Demi Lovato and her fiance said, those are fake. That's not true. That's bullshit. And we were thinking, man, how fucking brutal would that be? How terrible would the conversation with your fiance be after being compared your entire life to this other more talented woman, and then you find out the man you love
Agrees,
right? So we basically were like, I reckon he's just going to go, they're fake, they're not real, and then just deny. Surely that's the only thing you can do.
I don't know. If the conversation went that poorly, he should have just doubled down and then tweeted like, you know what? And Miley goes all right too. You know, it just would just to like fucking rub it in.
Well, it appears that's what did happen because their engagement has been cancelled.
Oh no!
What?
Like a week after all that news came out, they said it was fake. Well, now they're both single, so I think it was fucking true.
Jesus.
Is that really a reason to break up with someone? Because like that's like the whole Twitter thing with all these tweets. Every single time, no matter what, if it's cancelled for a joke, if it's this, that, it always bottles down to the thing of like, it always implies that people don't change over time. Just because someone said something 10 years ago, at the time, he might have thought Selena was better, more attractive, blah, blah, blah. It's not a great thing to say, but would you really break up an engagement with someone over it?
Luke, would you really say that in 10 years, your opinion on who's better, Selena Gomez or Demi Lovato, do you think that would change?
I mean, if he's married to her, like, he probably would know more about her. At the time, I bet he didn't even know who she was personally.
Yeah, that's true.
But I bet you know what? I bet he pulled that argument, and then she goes, all right, but professionally, who do you think's better? And he would have been like, I don't know. You can't get mad at him for being objectively correct.
I know. It's like her going, what's 2 + 2? And he's going, 4. And she goes, get the fuck out. It's fucking 5. In this house, it's 5. It might be 4 out there, but in this house, it's 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's pretty unfair. Obviously, you don't know the details of it all, but it seems a little crazy just because of a tweet. Maybe that's me.
She'd probably be real insecure about it.
I feel like I'd be
her
pretty forgiving.
I mean, I feel like if you were compared to that person for your whole life, your worst fear is probably that.
Okay, right. So put it this way, right? We get compared a lot. Who's better, Luke or Lewis? Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
Was Lewis though?
Say,
yeah, I mean, obviously, but who cares? For the sake of the argument, who cares?
Yeah, of course. Now, say if Meg, right? Say we're 30 now, and I found out 10 years ago, she tweeted, well, you know, Luke and Jules nowhere near as good as Lewis Spears, blah, blah. I wouldn't be that mad about it. You know what I mean?
Really?
No.
Oh, well, fuck. You better tell Meg to delete her tweet.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is, but I think that's
I guess it's a lot more high stakes. And they're not friends, are they?
No, they're not friends. That's the difference. So you and me are friends, and like whenever someone goes, oh, Luke's better than you, I don't care. I just go, oh, good. That means that Luke has his own people. That's good. You
Yeah.
don't want you don't want an imbalance where one person's more loved. That sucks. I think we have a really good, like, even level where some people do prefer one of us, but on the whole, everyone's like, oh, they are great together and they make each other better. Whereas if you and me didn't work together and we had this massive rivalry that was toxic between our fans and each other, that probably would be really bad to hear from.
So it's
a
sort of
loved
like
one.
me and Keelan in that regards, I guess.
Yeah, quite a toxic relationship.
Everyone
And-
knows
yeah.
I'm way better.
Yeah,
not a
except
alpha, not a beta.
between Keelan and Ruben, there's not even a single Stan. Is probably the biggest difference.
There's no accounts that would be going through years of tweets. And I
Actually,
like that.
Keelan has. I saw on Instagram.
I was
Keelan
gonna
has
say this,
one
yeah.
Stan account.
And on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
There's and I also,
That's terrible.
Keelan, pretty alpha of you then to be brought into the conversation and actually not even look up from your phone or even care to be interested in what we're
What are you
talking
looking
about.
at?
Oh, Jasmine sent me a text, so I'm just looking at something so I can respond to her. It's work related.
What?
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
currently doing
do
a
it
different
later.
job.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm participating in the conversation. Okay,
Barely.
sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I couldn't in that conversation. I wasn't a part of it.
You were, and then you were like, "Oh, it was pretty alpha."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you literally were like, "Anyway, he's the beta," and you didn't even look up.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies.
That's good. It was an alpha move. I thought it was a power move. So, boys, our show is cursed. We've recently found out, and now we are at risk. If we go down this road again of talking about our cursed show, it means that this episode may be cursed. So, do we want to make that decision to go down this path again?
Do it.
Well, like, how cursed are we talking? Like, is
Well-
this like a monkey's paw situation where we can make a wish, but it comes out bad?
Negative, like definitely negatively cursed, and
Yeah.
people are dying, and animals are
Really?
dying. Yes.
Are we dying? Anyone on the show?
No.
Are we dying? Oh, well, fuck them. Let's go.
Good to go.
Okay, let's go ahead. So this episode is officially cursed because we're about to bring it up. We have kind of an ongoing weird thing that's been happening, whereas I think in the first 10 episodes, we discussed, we read out an email of a fan who, the last thing he ever heard before he technically died and then came back to life. He had a cardiac arrest or a stroke or something like that.
He was medically dead for a couple minutes or something.
Yeah, and then he realized when he woke up that the last thing he actually heard on the way to his soccer game was our radio show. And we kind of had a bit of a laugh going like, it's, glad he's okay now, but God, imagine like if that's the last thing you ever heard, like what a shit way to go out. We could have been talking about farts. Often on the radio station, we played fart and sneeze sound effects because we were fascinated with how they sounded kind of in a row, just
Yeah,
pretty crazy
and-
stuff.
Yeah, not something you want to die to,
Yeah, definitely like a good Sunday Arvo listening sesh or something, but not
Yeah,
something you want to go out remembering.
Not final words, you want to hear like an "I love you" from a partner or
Yeah.
a mother or whatever. You
Not a
don't really
fart
wanna
and a
hear-
sniff.
Yes, two guys you've never met going, isn't that funny?
Although-
not what you want to go out to.
It's also probably not the
Maybe-
worst way to go out.
I mean, that would be something for you and I to go out to. Like if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on my deathbed and then you go, oi, listen to this, and you play a fart and a sneeze, and then I laugh so hard I have a heart attack. That's honestly a win for me.
Yeah, that's a great life. So anyway, we discussed that. Then we got another email a few weeks ago, it was a couple of weeks ago actually, of someone who ran off a freeway listening to our show on the way back from Macca's. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And almost died listening again. And we said, we think our show's cursed. Then on that episode, right? So if
No,
you're
but
still following.
before the car, there was someone whose dog did die.
Yes.
Listening. You forgot about
Oh,
that.
sorry.
one.
Yeah, there's one more chain. So yeah, after we discussed the guy having a heart attack playing soccer, we discussed
Yeah.
that on a few episodes. Like after that, someone's dog died listening to that discussion, right? About
Yeah.
the dead guy.
That was our first official death. Well, kind of our second. It's just the dog never woke up.
Right, and the deaths are exclusively always related to us talking about people dying on the show. Then fast forward about a year, we then bring this one up a couple of weeks ago of a guy going off the freeway. Then we were inundated with emails saying our show is
Oh,
cursed.
I saw one. Did we get more than one?
Well, yeah. So this one came in from Katie,
So,
right?
so we've had two so far. Tally is 2 official deaths and one like real near miss. We saw the photos. It was like it's actually a miracle he did not die.
Yes.
Maybe the reason he didn't die was when he smashed into the tree. It fucked up the stereo system. The podcast stopped playing.
Probably. Hopefully. Katie said, "Hi guys, I love the podcast and I've been an avid listener for a while now. However, I believe your
Dangerous.
podcast is cursed. In Tuesday's podcast, you were talking about how a listener's dog died while they were watching your podcast. Perhaps it was the episode when you were talking about another listener almost dying while listening to the show. Correct.
Yep.
You even joked about the show being cursed on the episode. My dog got very sick and started vomiting during this part of the podcast. She never vomits, so I was very worried. This is why I believe the show is cursed. She's okay now as soon as I turned the episode off." Right?
Fuck.
As soon as she stopped the podcast, the dog became normal again, right? Still love the podcast, but please be aware of the curse and try not to harm your listeners or their dogs. Thanks, Katie. Now, that's just a sick
That's
dog.
scary.
I read that email. I was like, nothing to worry about. This girl's overthinking it, okay? Dogs get sick all the time. Probably ate something bad. Then we got one from Shane. Your podcast is cursed whenever you mention death. So I was listening to Tuesday's podcast. Rah, rah, rah. He explains where you fall asleep, right? He goes, while watching this part of the podcast where you're explaining about the guy almost dying, I get a call from my uncle and auntie telling me their dog had just died. Pretty fucked that even the mention of death brings shit luck to your loyal viewers. You guys need to have a shit one. So it's a little bit pissed from Shane. Fair enough.
I mean, fair enough. If we killed his uncle, which the evidence is pointing towards that,
No.
I would be at least a little bit upset. I'd say have a shit one is actually quite generous.
Right?
Of him.
And I thought, there's no way. This is already crazy. Then I was
Sorry,
live-
just
So
sorry.
hang on,
Quick correction.
What's the tally at? We have
Uncle's
we have
dog,
two-
Lewis.
Hey?
Uncle's
uncle.
dog. I think. What?
Oh, uncle's dog.
No. Didn't you
Uncle,
say?
uncle's dog.
Uncle and auntie's dog
Yeah.
died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the tally
you
is
say?
currently
No, Lewis just thought the uncle died.
No, it was the dog.
Yeah. Okay,
Mainly
fair enough.
cursed for dogs, for pet owners.
Right. So currently the tally is sitting at 3 deaths.
Yes.
Because we have one human, he survived, but he died, right? 2 dogs,
Yep.
and then we
No,
have 2 near misses.
Yes, and now add another death to the tally because I was streaming the other night and
no.
it wasn't Shane, it was someone else in the chat. And I'm paraphrasing here because it was in the chat, which is going quite quick. But for those who are watching the stream will remember me freaking out because someone said, you know how you're talking about the dog dying on the other girl's lap? That happened. My dog just died while listening to that episode. I'm not joking. Your
What?
show is fucked. So it's happened.
The episode we talked about
Yes,
a dog
so-
dying, a dog died.
Yes.
Guys, I think our episode's fucking cursed.
That's
These
fucked.
next episode's download numbers are going to be bad. A lot of people have just died.
A lot of dog owners just like are going to quit the podcast now. So do we, I think we have to make a new rule after this discussion. Now we've acknowledged it. Do we need to just completely ban dog death discussion on the show?
Well,
Make
maybe
it a
we need
rule.
to we need to figure out often when you watch horror movies, if they're in a haunted house, they need to just ask the house if there's something that they've done or is there someone haunting the podcast? Why don't you just do that and we'll see if anything happens.
So I ask it now, the podcast,
Yeah,
like the
ask
RSS
the
feed.
Yeah, what do you reckon is the cursed element? Is it Luke and Lewis? Is it us, or is it the RSS feed, or is
Yeah.
it the YouTube version?
Yeah, it seems to be the YouTube version. Maybe it's the
No,
channel
I don't think it's the YouTube version because a couple of them
for
happened.
listening.
Yeah.
We're listening.
It's the
Well, why don't you? How about start off? Just ask the YouTube version, see if we get anything.
Hey, YouTube, what did we ever do to you? Please tell us. I know we get inconsistent views and we sometimes abandon you.
We definitely get demonetized. A lot.
Yeah, I know you don't like giving
That's-
us ads, but surely you don't like our fans' dogs dying. Please help us.
Not getting anything. Okay. Well, I would say demonetize isn't very.
If like a bird just flew through your window right now, I'd lose my fucking mind and I'd quit the podcast forever.
Yeah. Not getting.
I'm not
anything
even
there.
suspicious, but that's fucked.
All right. Well, I guess ask the RSS feed.
RSS feed, please forgive us whatever we have done. We have uploaded consistently for a year and a half and given you great content to distribute to our loyal listeners. Why have you wronged us? Please help us. Yours sincerely, Luke and Lewis. No signs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, maybe the show's not cursed. Maybe we've just overthought this one. Anyway, Ruben had a good segment.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Guys, this is going to be probably the highlight of the year for Luke and Lewis, I would say. So I was searching for some sounds to use on the show, and I was using the Luke and Lewis YouTube account, which no one really uses for browsing. So it just in the suggested videos, it'll just show you whatever.
Yeah.
And one video I came across was titled "Funny Sound That Will Make You Laugh."
I would say that must be the only consistent browsing history, because sometimes you'll log in, if you're doing the show, you'll be on the Luke and Lewis account and you might be looking for sounds. So
Yeah.
that's just come up in the recommendations. So,
Yeah.
so is that what you have brought to the show? Is
So-
just a sound that you reckon's going to make us laugh?
Well,
Well, here's the thing. No one's listened to the sound yet. It claims it will make you laugh.
it's a mystery box.
We've never listened to the
Okay.
sound.
Have
Right.
you heard the sound, Ruben?
I haven't heard the sound.
No one's heard it.
How did we download it?
I downloaded it without listening to it.
You can just
It's
download
very
it and
easy.
not listen to it. It's pretty easy. You copy the URL and then, I'm not going to explain how to download a sound from YouTube.
Okay. So I just assumed that you would have listened to it, pissed yourself, and thought the boys have got to hear this, but not even you know.
No.
Could be shit. So
Could
I've
be
got
terrible.
the sound ready to go.
How
I'm a
many
little
views
bored
did it
here.
have for Ruben?
11 million.
Oh, well
Just-
then it's got to be good. Was there a like to dislike ratio?
I didn't see it. Although I can tell you some more. I'll tell you a few more things. No, I forgot one of them, but here's the other one.
Tell us one thing.
The thumbnail,
Yeah.
and this is concerning. The thumbnail was a troll face. So I'm actually trepidatious about whether we should play it at all, because if we get rickrolled here, that will
It could
be the
just
lowest
like
moment
the
of the show.
orgasm sound.
It could be that as well.
gives me a bit of pause. So I was thinking that maybe it would be like a fart or a silly noise, but the troll face is concerning. Now I think it could be a rickroll, or it could just be some fuck off scream.
How long
Yeah,
does the sound go for? Is the biggest question.
20 seconds.
So
Well,
do
then
you reckon
it
it's
might be
like...
a song.
But some of those sound effect videos are just like 3 seconds of sound and then 17 seconds of silence on
Yeah.
either side,
Well,
on each side.
How about boys? We up the stakes.
Mm-hmm.
How about everyone just turn their volume up on their computer?
Okay.
I'm going. I'm not going to go max because I don't want to go deaf. I'm going like 80%. So
Hang
you
on,
guys
hold
are
on.
now uncomfortably loud.
Or
Before I
this
hit play,
hurts.
everyone needs to make a prediction of what they think the sound will be. Originally, I was like you, Lewis. I was thinking it was going to be something like ding, like
Yeah.
it just a silly sound, and I
Weird
thought it
thing,
just
yeah.
wouldn't make me laugh. Or now I just think because it. Hang on, did you say what the like to dislike ratio was?
No, I didn't see it.
What about top comment?
11 million views.
I didn't. Of course, I didn't. Of course, I didn't see the top comment. I want it to be a
Okay.
mystery for me as well.
Okay, I just wanted more hints. I have no idea what this could be. It could be a quote from a movie.
I think that it may be. I think that the thumbnail being the troll face is actually a sign to me that it's not like a scary thing. Because if I send you the link and you see the thumbnail, you're going to know that you're going to suspect that. So I think that this could actually be a funny noise.
Or it could be silence, and that's the joke.
I think
That could be the joke.
I think it's gonna be that porn sound, that over the top screaming porn.
Yeah, right.
Okay. It would be pretty disappointing if it is that.
Well-
I'm not gonna lie, because I built this up a lot.
Okay, well I've got my volume up 80%, and listeners at home, now's your chance to join me. if you really want to roll the dice here, 80% volume. We'll speak a little bit quieter for you now.
Alright.
I've got my volume up 80%, and
Boys?
Yep.
just go when you're ready, Luke.
I'm pressing
Funny
the
sound that will make you laugh.
in 3, 2, 1.
That's a funny sound.
That's a good one.
What a funny sound.
Jeez, I wasn't expecting that, but that was right. Okay,
Man.
that really got me laughing. Woo, had a good chuckle at that.
Man.
That's a
You know
fact
what?
on all of us.
80% volume, that was great. What a funny noise. I'm crying.
Oh, what a segment,
Oh.
Ruben. That was great.
You're welcome.
But man, that was a real. You know what? I would say that's probably the most alpha thing you've ever done. That could have tanked hard.
That
That could have been
segment-
horrific.
He goes to me when he pitched it. He goes, "Now, this may be shit," and I went, "Perfect, bring it on the show."
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Our show sometimes like throwing stuff at the wall because occasionally you get
Yeah.
very funny sounds like that. Oh, that was great, boys. Well, no one predicted it, and it was funny. So yeah.
Great. Well, you know what? I think that's the perfect thing to end the podcast on. We're not
Yeah.
going to get any funnier than that. That was a very funny noise, and I think that's ultimately that's the goal of the podcast, is to make very funny noises, and I think we've nailed it.
Yeah, and also it's 20 seconds long, so perfect duration for the end screen as well, Keelan.
Great. All right. Well, then, how about that's how we go out? We'll just
Yeah.
play it one more time,
Guys,
20
thanks very
seconds.
much for listening. You can copy Well Gym merch if you want to on my website tomorrow. Wednesday
Use
it
code
comes out.
Keelan for no money off, and
Yep,
that's it.
great. I'll actually set that up for no money off. So if you want to save no money, chuck in Keelan. And yeah, great. It's not as funny the second time round, is it?
Sounds like one of those tube things that you turn around.